What's happening? Hey guys, how's it going? Frank Sell here, founder of Baby Beard Club. So today, I put the title D.I.S.C on this video. And so these things are obviously, man, they're live. They're not necessarily produced. This stuff is just from my heart, stuff that I've gone through and stuff that I've learned, things that have helped me as a man and in my marriage. So welcome to Manhood 101. I appreciate you guys tuning in. And so D.I.S.C, what does that mean? It kind of means, you know, there's several books out there. There's the book of positive personality profiles, Personality Plus, all these different books. There's the Myers-Briggs analogy, or their theory of personalities and temperaments. And so basically what it breaks down to is they say there's 4 different kind of temperaments, or the way that people are. One of them is a dominant, a D. You know, they're quick to make a decision, not really emotional, not really connected, often wrong, but man, never in doubt. And then there's the I, which is the inspirational, always, man, ready for a good time, but, you know, maybe sometimes kind of forgetful and, you know, the life of the party. But then, you know, you gotta go with somebody because you don't know how to get back home. And then there's the S, which is like supportive, where they're really, you know, emotionally connected. There's somebody that is very loyal. And it can, but they can also be kind of pushed around. Somebody that, if you ask them, hey man, what's going on? Let's go do something. What do you want to do? Like, whatever you want to do. You know, I don't really care. And then there's the C, which is the cautious person, the person that likes all the digits and the details and really values being right. And they can kind of be a stickler or a pain in the ass. And so here's how that helped me. You know, I didn't realize that being that high D dominant type personality, that I could really leave a lot of chaos around me because I didn't see a need for emotions. I didn't see that, and so I couldn't figure out why people would be pissed off or why they would get emotional. You know, and with my wife and I, you know, she is that high S, the supportive, the soft-hearted one, the one that's, you know, very loyal, but you back them into a corner and man, they're a lion just because it all comes out because they've been holding it all in and they don't want to say something. So what I've learned though is to value those things, because you see, at first, you know, I was just like, man, why can't she just be like this? Why can't she just do this? And so what I learned through time though was that those were gifts. Those were gifts that I was not built with. So I learned, you know, that I'm a high D dominant, you know, personality. That's kind of the way I was because I didn't know any better. I didn't know whose thinking I was thinking. And so here I am, this high D dominant. It's like, okay, here's your answer. Here's your decision. Let's go. No, I don't need to talk about it. I already know what's going on here. Let's go. Let's go make some stuff happen. And here's this high S. My wife is emotional and sensitive and supportive and all these things, and she wants to talk about it, and it would annoy the shit out of me until I realized, whoa, wait a minute. There's a bigger thing at work here. You see, I don't have the emotional connection so much as my wife does. You know, and our Creator God said, hey man, you kind of need some of this. And that was the thing that I hated to begin with, because it was a reflection of me, of what I didn't have. And so when I learned to cherish that and fuel that and acknowledge that and admire that in my spouse, that she picks up the slack where I don't have. And she really was annoyed by my hard-headedness and my lack of communication. That, you know, that was really you know, a thorn in her side. But then she kind of learned to trust that and rely on that stability and that vision of the clarity. And so the same thing with the high I, which is the inspirational person, man. They're the life of the party. They're always a good time, but you know, sometimes they forget, you know, they feel like they let people down around them because they kind of forget what's going on and that people are relying on them. You know, but they're a lot of fun to be around. And then there's the high C, which is the cautious person, which all the details have to be just right before they make a move. They can't do anything because they'll look stupid if they don't have everything in line, if they don't know all these little details. Well, usually like a high I, you know, somebody that's really fun and has a lot of good times, will connect in a relationship with a high C, somebody that has all the details, because the high C has all their stuff together, and the high I is just really inspirational and can go talk to people. You know, they're extroverted and people oriented. And the high C is introverted and not people oriented. And so, you know, that's the way it happens. And so the thing to do is say, look, is this relationship more important than being right? So dig in, find out about yourself. Welcome to manhood. Who are you? That should be a lifelong journey. That's my journey. That's my journey. And so dig into who you are. And then you can start to see the reflection of everything around you. If you can see, if you're that high I and you wonder why everybody's always, you know, mad, or you wonder why you're always, you know, just forget where you left your car keys, then once you recognize it, then you can address it. Then you can choose, wait a minute, maybe I need be a little bit like one of those high C people and get some organization in my life. Maybe I can put a key rack up. If you're like me, the high D, sometimes you just have to just focus in and listen and make sure the other person feels heard and validated and connected with. You know, because I know my wife, she will tell me the same story 4 times until I hit the right keywords that let me know that I heard what she said and I understand what she said, and I can see how she would feel that way. And so the same thing with her, you know, it's extending grace to me. It's like, you know, I don't always mean what I say the way that she thinks I mean what I say. It's just I have a brevity. You know, I just have a way to look at something and see an answer. And I don't think about the feelings a lot of times, or I didn't used to. So study yourself. That was Robert Rome. The book Positive Personality Profiles is a really good book that explains all of these different temperaments and personalities that we all are born with. But at some point you get to choose what and how you are. You get to decide who's thinking you're thinking. So that's the journey. That's the welcome to manhood, is taking ownership regardless of fault. It's our responsibility. Nobody's coming to save you. Have an awesome weekend, guys. Happy Easter. Good Friday. Love y'all.